Welcome to Saturday Morning Momentum. This is our 2-hour live stream where we're come together as a community to work on our aims, our goals, our projects, whatever you're planning to get done in 2026. We're rising and remixing in 2026. So whatever that means to you, you do you. And we will be here to support you in that. This live stream will also include a 1-hour power hour where we really just focus on whatever it is that we're intending to do. And for those of you who are new to my channel, I'm Kat of Kat's Novel Adventures. And I have a lot of interest, and I pretty much like to try to do all of them at one time, but I can't get to all of them. So I've been mainly focusing on my reading and my personal development goals. And for anyone joining on replay, welcome as well. Let us know what you got up to, and we appreciate you using Saturday Morning Momentum to help you further your adventures and journey on your personal growth journey. So I am being joined today by two lovely ladies. Lee.
I'm Lee from Dark Roots Creations. My channel's about bookish things, seasonal living, and I am pushing more toward like my intentional personal curriculum.
Oh, I love that. Hi, everyone. I'm Liz, and in 2026, I'm going analog and prioritizing tactile retro media.
I love that. Mm-hmm. I love that. I love both of y'all's journeys. The fact that you are having a personal curriculum, Lee, and Liz is embracing what was so wonderful about the past, and just enjoying all of that. I miss a lot of that stuff, from back in the day. I think that's why Kelsey's event, Old School April, appeals to me so much, because it just lets you go back a little bit in time and really appreciate what kind of was like a foundation for you as a person, I guess. I mean, I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but anyway,
there's something fun about literally, instead of just turning on streaming, to go and look at my DVDs and pick one and put it in the machine. I don't know. It just makes it more of an event in a way.
Yeah. I mean, it's like it brings a different feel to movie night at your home.
Yes.
You actually have to take out the movie, because it reminds you of back in the day when you went to the video store and you picked out your VHS, and then of course you gravitated towards picking out your DVD, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. But if you notice, we are missing two of our other lovely ladies, and that is Jen at Literary Love and Laurie at Books, Ink, and Paper. Both of them have been dealing with the crud, y'all. They have been sick and they're trying to power through it, but they just, they need to rest. That's part of your personal growth journey. Is you also need to recognize when you've run out of gas, basically, and you need to refuel. And the best way you can do that when you're not feeling well is rest. And I think, especially for women, I mean, I'm sure it's true for men too, but I think for women, there's different expectations, and we're not always given a lot of grace when we say we want to rest. Don't y'all agree?
Agreed.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, I'm ready for today. I was really tired coming in on here. I will admit to y'all, I set my alarm for 6, woke up with a headache, popped 2 ibuprofen, and went back to sleep till 6:45. So if I look like I'm still sleeping, that's part of the reason. And of course, my little Bailey Boo, she actually woke up she was whining about the time I woke up, and I went out there. I was going to let her out. She didn't want to go out. So I said, it is not time to wake up now. Go lay down. And I went back to bed, but then she came again, and my husband's like, I'm just going to let her in the room. And I'm like, you got to tell her to sleep. Tell her to sleep. But anyway, so it all worked out. But I'm glad to say the ibuprofen, and I think that extra 45 minutes of just laying there helped. So I gave myself grace, y'all. I mean, I'm like a little Energizer bunny, but this person needs to also rest, and I need to remind myself of that. Mm-hmm. So Swank is here. Howdy, everyone. Hello, Swank. And Krista, good morning. I am actually here at the Swank. yourself a gold star, Krista, because this is the second time you've made it at the start. Just finished a workout. Yeah, I wanted to walk this morning. I really did because today's my fun day with Kelsey. But you know how you can talk yourself into like, okay, well, she's going to be doing sprints later. You're going to be leaving before it's dark. So technically, you'll be home in time that you could walk before you and Barry decide to do something. So I went through all of that as well. Luna Stella, good morning to you. Welcome, welcome. So good to see you. Swing said howdy to everybody. Today is Happy Bootleggers Day. Happy Prohibition today. Ooh, Happy World Religion Day. Ooh, what a combination.
I was going to say, one of those doesn't go with the other two, but, you know.
Yeah, you know how there's the whole thing about a profound truth, you know, like something could be true, but then it also could not be true kind of thing. That's what it kind of reminds me of this. How can it be this day, but then also this day because they're clashing? And then Alex is here. Woohoo! Good morning. I am not being productive right now, but I am having fun. I hope you all have fun as well. Yeah, well, having fun is a good thing as well, especially if you need to add more fun in your life. Yeah, that could be a goal. Having fun is going to be a goal of mine this year. I promise I am going to reveal my 26 for 2026. But right now I am in a season of trying to get all my readathon stuff straight because you know, it all happens at one time. Alicia says, good morning, Kat, Lee, and Liz. Good morning to you, Alicia. Swing said, this morning I followed 4 ADHD workshops. Oh, this week I followed 4 ADHD workshops, 1 autism, 1 organization, 1 voiceover. I've learned so much. Excellent. Wow. And Krista said, oh, the crud is the worst. I hope I'm finally at the end of this cold, but it's taken almost 2 weeks. Yeah, Krista has been under the weather. Also, it's going around. Cameron Chaney of Library Macabre, same thing. I mean, he's has told people several times that he's been dealing with it. It just seems like something that's going around. And I think coming off the holidays, and I think we're also dealing with a lot of weird weather. That it's hot, cold, hot, cold. I mean, we don't know how to dress here. I mean, yesterday it was cold. But then by the time I got to the Friends of the Library store, I was already hot. And I'm like, and of course I wore a long sleeve shirt. I'm like, I should have known better. Should have, layered.
Yeah.
And then Eleanor's here. Good morning. Looking forward to what everyone is up to. Always inspiring. Eleanor inspires me too. She's a pickleball player. I love that.
I
love that. I would love to at least attempt pickleball because it's such a fun word. Pickleball. I mean, to say that, isn't that like a whimsical type of game?
It's fun. It's so fun to play.
And Carissa's here. Good morning. Good morning. Alicia's also telling us it's also Tulip Day. Very nice. So y'all want to tiptoe through the tulips today?
I love tulips.
Me too.
And Travis is here. Hey, ladies, I'm still laying in bed. Just ordered my Walmart pickup for later and plan on chilling and reading today. Have another Jurassic Park watch party, Jurassic World tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time. Very nice. Travis has been really, really busy as well. He's got a lot going on with him. And his Discord is really rocking right now. So anybody who would like to go into the world of dinosaurs. And Alex says, sorry, I also meant to say hello to Liz and Lee. That was rude of me. Hello, lovely ladies.
I like your sprints on Friday night, Alex. They're so fun and such a nice, peaceful way to end the week.
I know. I'm so glad I was able to catch him yesterday. I was kind of quiet, and that was because I was busy, feverishly trying to get my stuff done for my premiere tomorrow. And Travis has been so stressed. Kat knows, but I've been going nonstop since January started. So stressed, but it's almost good stress. I don't know how to explain it. Like everything is positive. It's just a lot. I know. It's very difficult to describe it. My husband earlier, he's making the coffee and everything, and he asked me, "Do you need anything from Walmart?" I'm like, I'm sure I do, Barry, but I can't even think about it right now. I can't even take a moment to even think to tell you. I'm like, because I have so many like moving parts right now, and it's all stuff I want to do, but it's almost like it's all colliding at the same time. And one's going to go, and then it's all going to begin and it's all going to be better, once it happens. But in the meantime, I'm like trying to like, okay, let's do this first, this first, this first. And I got to keep reminding myself, like I remind everybody else, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and then be present. Once you are present, and you can only focus on that one thing. And there's no stress when you're present. There's no stress. You can't be stressing if you're focusing on that one thing. So that's my advice. And that's how it is in Michigan right now. It was the 50s last week, and for the next few weeks, it will be in the 20s. And thank you, Liz. Very happy to have you. I know her Fridays have been rocking and rolling. I'm happy about that. Jellicle said, good morning. I just got back from dog walk and it started snowing. It won't stick since it's already 37.
Well, that's good.
Wacky weather. Glad your Discord is popping off, Travis. Good for you. I know, gold star for him. And Naomi says, hello, everyone. Hello, Naomi. I am excited to be back. We're excited to have you. I just woke up and I'm doing a watercolor painting right now. Whoa, that's amazing. And Emily's here, which is M. Good morning. Good morning to you. And Alex, thank you. Sorry I haven't been on Friday. Sprint's been crazy for me. Alex understands. She understands Travis. And Alicia says, I get that feeling, Travis, because this month is going quickly and doing all of the things. Yeah, I said that yesterday to people that I was working with at the Friends of the Library store. I said, how is it January 16th? I'm still on January 2nd.
Yeah.
I can't believe this time.
There's so many people that I feel like go, oh my God, January lasted 3 months. I'm like, it's lasted 2 days. What are you talking about?
I don't know what they're doing, but
no, exactly.
It's not. It's like, how is it Saturday already? Like, I literally feel like we're just here.
Yes.
Which is a good thing. I mean, I love being here, but I'm just saying, it's like, how did it happen?
Yeah.
Craziness. And Alex said, don't even worry about it, Travis. The crazy thing is Alex always asks this question on Friday. What is something you have learned today? I mean, learned this week? Y'all, I know I learned stuff. I can never remember when she asked the question. I know I learned something this week, but even right now, I cannot even tell you.
I don't know what it is.
It's such a blur. So, I used to write it down, so I could try to remember. Even accomplish this week, she'll ask that question, and I'm like, what did I accomplish this week? I'm like, it's a blur.
Yeah.
Travis said, I had a really good crash out with lots of crying early January. I'm a true believer in crying and getting everything out. It's like a reset. I've told y'all this before. If you've ever seen broadcast news with Holly Hunter, I was Holly Hunter all the time. I would cry it out and then, pull up my big girl panties and then proceed. But it's like a cleansing, you're like cleansing yourself. M says January is flying by. It sure is. Yeah. And Swank says it's going to be high 40 today and 20 tonight in North Texas. Wow. And Alex says, I always write mine down. I know. It's so crazy. And then Travis says, I have a 4-day weekend, which is nice. I work 4/10s now, so I have Fridays off and Monday's a holiday, but I got to get in a schedule because waking up at 5 and working 10 hours is a lot. It is, especially when you're not used to it. And if you didn't gradually get yourself to do that, it's very hard to just jump into that, because then that is also, when I'm tired, I'm more emotional. So it adds that layer, and then you can't focus and concentrate. I should have gone to bed a little bit earlier last night just because it was taking me forever to do something. And I'm like, I should just like give it up and just do it early tomorrow morning, but I didn't. I pushed through, and I know better, but it's hard. It's hard when you're tired. Krista said, I'm glad that January is going fast. That just means we're one day closer to spring. That's funny. That is funny. Alicia said, I learned this week Lego is a portmanteau, is that how you pronounce it, of the Danish words legot, meaning play well, chosen by founder Ole Kirk Christensen to embody the company's focus on good quality play. That is amazing. I love that. And I love names that are intentional like that. Hermie's here. Hey, lovely humans. Hello, hello. And Alicia said, and while it's not an acronym, the name coincidentally also aligns with the Latin word for I assemble, though the primary inspiration was the Danish phrase. That is wonderful.
I like that.
And Elena's here. Good morning, Kat and chat. How is it going? It's going well so far. And I'm so sorry that I was not able to make it for your sprint last Wednesday. That is quite all right. People are busy. I understand, Elena. I appreciate you even thinking about it. And Elena says that she is good. And Travis says, I'm living off coffee, energy, dreams, and hope. Hey, that's a good combination. And Alicia's telling Hermie hello. And Elena said, I will be reading The Templar Legion by Paul Christopher. Excellent. And with what Elena's telling us she's reading, let's see. How was your week, Lee? How did everything go for you?
Nothing productive happened. Nothing productive happened. I am the conductor of the self-sabotage train. I had a friend who came into town. I was supposed to hang out with one day. I made that the whole week. Looked at my list every day and said, nope, that's not going to happen. And just even at work, oh, bosses are gone. I'm literally going to just sit around and play my stupid peg game on my phone. Literally did nothing. Nothing.
Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. It is hilarious. Oh my. How about you, Liz?
I think I was on the same chaos train because I would look at my list and be like, why am I working so hard in this direction? This is my last week before going back to work. I'm just going to goof off and have fun, which I did. And I have zero regrets.
Yeah, well, very good. That's the key right there. Lee, do you have any regrets?
Nope. I'm like, oh, well.
Okay, then that's fine. I mean, that's when you start beating yourself up about it. That's where the problem is. So good for both of y'all. I appreciate that. My week was very, very productive. I will say I was not on the chaos train. I got everything done except I abandoned my time tracking this week, which I didn't set that in my intentions. I just knew I was going to do it. And I was doing so well until Thursday. And then I absolutely forgot that I was time tracking. And then yesterday I'm like, oh yeah, I was supposed to be time tracking, but I've just been working on content and everything. So it's not like I was playing on social media. So that's the one thing I have to say. If I was time tracking, it would just show a lot of logging of work. So it's okay. It's okay that I fell off of it. I can always time track another time. It's just I like to do it when I can. So what are your intentions for Power Hour today, Lee?
I have a list of 51 things that I want to do today. Because those things didn't just go away. Now, of course, we've got to add them on.
I love it. She decides to ride on the chaos train, and then she's going to get off and be in. Yeah.
Now I got to jump on the productivity bus over here. Yes. So I'm going to just start at the top and work my way down, and we'll see what happens.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, I love your attitude. It's not like you're slouching and doom and gloom, you'll just chip away at it, one task at a time. Very nice. How about you, Liz? What are you doing?
Well, I will not be on the productivity bus with Lee. Instead, I will still be goofing off because I thrifted a lot this week, and I found you had talked about, you showed your sticker collection and how you organized it. So of course I was influenced. So I found this little book. So I'm putting in stickers for that. And I had to share this because I'm obsessed. And if other people are into stickers, which I know they are, if you're old school like me and have old stickers, these are those old school 1980s sticker albums where it has the paper and you can kind of let me show you. This might be, you can kind of put your stickers in and it doesn't ruin them.
Oh, so awesome.
This is by the penny paper and I'm obsessed with it and I want to fill it up with.
Can you show your other sticker organizer that you just showed?
Oh, yeah. So this I just got from a thrift store. So it's A6 size and it just has in it little containers. So big ones, whole pages, things like that. So I thought it'd be perfect to put stickers in.
That is awesome. I'm gonna have to see if I can find something like that because I'm going on a retreat soon. And instead of carrying all that, I want to be I want to kind of create my little pockets and things that I want to bring. That would be nice because I think we're all going to drive together in one vehicle. So it's not like I can bring everything with me. I'm going to have to kind of consolidate it, for that. Yeah. Well, I will be, I have to respond to somebody on Discord, my friend Carmen. I also have to plan for Friday, and I need to wrap 3 of Kelsey's gifts because today is our fun day to celebrate our birthdays. So those are that's what I'm going to be focusing on during Power Hour. So yeah, I need to get and I also need to make a to-do list. My last to-do list was on Tuesday. So I know what I need to do, and I'm kind of working off of that list, but I know y'all know if you don't have a current to-do list, that's when you forget stuff and things don't get done. I just know that. So I need to get a more current to-do list, and I need to prioritize what needs to be done in the next couple of days because I have a lot of activity. So what about y'all in the chat? What are y'all intending on doing during this time? Travis was saying that energy drinks, I don't know what energy dreams are. Oh, well, no, energy. I thought she was saying energy and forgot the comma and dreams. You see, commas do matter. At least sometimes all you need to do is nothing. That's true. And Hermie said, my goal for Saturday morning momentum today is to set up my planner for the week, plan a Scream themed thing, and edit a video. Very nice. And highs to Alicia from Hermie. And 51.
It's so specific. I love it.
Because I was looking at my list and it's scrolling and scrolling. I'm like, wait, how many things are on this list? I'm like, all right, you're being ridiculous, but whatever. Yeah.
And Travis says, you sound like me. And M said, Lee, you are my people. Love it. Travis said, my intention is to get out of bed, make coffee, chill with the cats and read, get my groceries, and maybe hang with a friend. Yeah. I like those intentions. Krista said, I don't have 51 things, but do I have a lot I'd like to get done this morning? Deep cleaning the bathroom is priority number 1. If I can also have a shower and read my daily nonfiction, I'd be thrilled. You can do it, Krista. Yes. I know you can. Once that timer pops up, it's like you just get a surge of energy. And then Jen is here. Hello, Jen. Jen's also been in fact, Jen started getting sick on Wednesday sprints and popped off early. So she's saying, morning, all been fighting cold all week. So slowly starting today, going to grab some coffee and maybe work on my book journal more. Yeah. Coffee is like the elixir for us people, us, little humans. And the Jellicle said, my intention for today is to pack 3 trashy take back bags and get 3 presents ready to mail. Nice. Travis said, I just noticed your picture of Vincent Price, Liz. He's my horror daddy. I need to watch more of his films this year. Guess what, Travis? If you love Edgar Allan Poe, I think Vincent Price was like in every adaptation of an Edgar Allan Poe story. So I'm very excited to dive into some of those films this week. I did the Oblong Box and I liked it. Christopher Lee was also in it, but I'm looking forward to it because we're doing The Mask of the Red Death and he did a film with that, which is inspired. I don't know how closely it's going to follow it, but
it's good movie.
It'll be fun. Yeah. Say it again, Liz.
I said it's a good movie. I think you're going to like it. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. And I love Vincent Price. How can you not? He's so good. M said, I'll be catching up on laundry and dishes after I read a chapter or 2 or 3. I'm slow moving this morning. And Carissa said, I need to make progress in Holly by Stephen King. Ooh, I hope you're enjoying it, Carissa. I really liked Holly. It was a 5-star read for me, but I'm one of the ones in the camp that likes that character very much. I don't know why. She's just so good. Swing said, I'll be starting ADHD for Badass Women. What a title. And Jen, get better soon from Swing. And Travis said, had to update my profile picture so I could make Kat hot and bothered every time. I was like, ooh, Travis, what's you? Yeah, I was like, when I saw it, when he posted it, I said, "Ooh, Travis, you gave me a hot flash."
I did see that picture of Travis, and I was like, "Oh wait, who's this?" I was like, "Oh, that's Travis."
And
Nice.
it makes you do a double take.
Exactly.
Okay, so we are going to be ready to start our power hour. Let me get our banner ready and our clock. Let's share our screen with our kitty cat first. We've got to get every second of our power hour today, y'all. Okay, power hour. On your marks, get set, go. Happy power hour. Welcome back. That was fast.
It was.
I felt pretty productive. I was able to get my week planned, make my to-do list, and fill Kelsey's little miniature bucket.
That's so cute.
Cutest thing ever. We found it at Lowe's when I was getting my bookshelves to put on there. And I'm like, that would be perfect because Kelsey is collecting like trinkets, miniatures, and she's doing retro. She's doing retro stuff.
Oh, I love that.
So cute. Some of the things she showed me when I saw for Christmas. So anyway, I had brought her some of the little books and I said, "Ooh, you probably would like those little things that I get in the book balls, like the lamp and all that kind of stuff." I have a bunch of them. So I said, this would be perfect to put it in. And then she'll have a container for whatever she wants to do with. I
So
didn't have to wrap all her gifts. I only have to wrap. I bought her 3 books. I have to wrap those and her other little things. I think I'm just going to put it in a box and wrap the box instead of
Oh,
wrapping
that's a good idea.
individual item or whatever. But it won't take me very long. I am not the most professional wrapper, I will tell you. So it's like you get what you get. But at least it hides whatever I'm sending, right? Or they can have something to open. I think that's the fun of that part of it aspect. But I feel like I was pretty productive, and I feel like I know what my next steps are going to be of what I have to do. How did you do, Lee? I want you to know that Travis, I don't know if you saw that.
yes, he wants me to count how many I got done.
Yeah, he needed an update on what your list number when you got back. And I love how Travis was holding you accountable.
I appreciate it very much. I had 51. I got 12 done.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's good.
Yeah.
That is
Good.
good. So, and I think you'll probably roll it out, keep rolling it out.
Yeah, the thing is, I was just kind of focusing on, like Krista, I have to clean my bathroom, other stuff. Marcus is still sleeping, so I didn't want to wake him up. So I was kind of like, all right, I'll just do the things in here, like computer, that I could do. And then after, I'll do the other stuff. So.
Yeah, good. That's awesome. How about you, Liz? How did you do?
I was good. I just sorted stickers. So I have like a bunch for Pango now, which is good. And then I put all the stickers in my little slots, which was very rewarding. I don't know why.
It is. It is.
Yeah, I think stuff like that is therapeutic.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like doing stuff like that, where you can sort it. And I think that's where I have to be better at intentionally spending the time doing that.
Yeah.
My environment is always chaotic because I'm too busy like living it, like doing everything that I don't take the time. But one day last week, I'm like, I have to just take a few minutes. It was easy for me to just go ahead and take a few minutes and do it. And within like 15, 20 minutes, I had a better spot. You know what I'm saying? That I could work in. But I don't usually take the time to do the
Yeah.
organizational part of it. And your outer, environment really does weigh on your inner.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to be more intentional about using what I have too. So it's helping me to figure out what it is I actually have.
Mhm. That's a good idea also. And then you don't end up duplicating either. Or if you decide it's not serving you anymore, you can do something with
Give it
it.
to someone. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Sheila, you're not even asking where I'm getting Sheila from because that's not even. Alicia says, my intentions for Power Hour is breakfast and setting up February reading journal pages. She had popped in right when we had gone to the into Power Hour, but I wanted to acknowledge what she had planned to do. Sock popped in and said, good morning. I got so confused about when this was happening. 8 a.m. Central Time. And was Sock also one of the ones on this late night live?
No, she was not. But I know Carmen was, and I noticed she's not here right now. So, so was Storm. She's not here either.
Yeah, so they probably took a little extra sleep time for themselves. Sock said just spent some time doing TBR jar prompts for a friend. That's nice. And Travis said, unloaded and loaded the dishwasher, about to wash the pots and pans. They really should make dishwashers the size of a fridge so you can actually get everything in and then have coffee. I totally understand that, Travis. It's funny you bring it up about the dishwasher. Gretchen Rubin was discussing this on one of her podcasts about how there is like a issue of how people load their dishwashers. Like there's some people that load it one way, and then you got another camp that loads it this way. And that there's some people that are really picky about how they want their dishwasher loaded. And, it's this whole thing. And so I kind of thought about it myself because I usually will unload the dishwasher in the morning. That's part of my morning routine. And then when I have lunch, I will usually start loading it. So that way, by the time it is time to wash at the end of the evening, I can just press, put the last couple of dishes in and then press go, right? Start. Well, I noticed that if my husband comes home, my husband likes to put the maximum amount of dishes you possibly could have in the dishwasher. Whereas I'm in like neatly put things in a certain order. I have where every little dish goes or whatever. And so in the morning when I unload it, I'll notice, that was not the arrangement I had yesterday. So we definitely have our dishwashing styles, our camps for that. So
I don't even have a dishwasher.
I agree. I wish there was more space. Travis said, waiting for a friend who is going to come over. Nice. Y'all are going to have a fun time. And M said, I ended up doing my chores first and rounded out the hour with a lovely and heartbreaking chapter of Frankenstein. Yeah, but you rewarded yourself. And gold star. Anyone else a Scrub Daddy Mama fan? I literally will not buy any other sponge.
I love this.
And M said, I agree, Travis, we need bigger dishwashers. And Swank got to chapter 2. Excellent. And Hermie said, oh man, is that Matt? Matt is in trouble. Oh, I was struggling for a word when I was writing my script for this week's video. Good job. I check everything in editing because this was definitely not an acceptable word. And then unless I was making an OnlyFans. Oh, yeah. Well, I noticed when I was filling out my week, last week, instead of me putting intentions at the top, I put information. So I don't know sometimes where your brain is. And 12 is impressive. I agree.
Thank you.
And wow, great job, Lee. And 12, way to go. Yeah, that is a lot. And Liz, did you get the Pango PR package with your new mascot stickers? They sent me like 50 stickers.
You can tell me because I wasn't sure what this are. Okay, wait, hold on. I have them here somewhere. See my organization coming in handy already. Oh, is this what they look like?
Okay, let me make you big.
Tell me if this is this the new mascot, Travis? I don't know. Oh, I did get a small box of a lot of stickers. So I don't know if that's what that is.
Yeah, let us know, Travis, if that is what you were talking about.
That would answer a question I had, like, why did I get these stickers? So.
And he said, yes, that's them.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Well, that's very nice that they sent that to y'all. Yeah, very nice. I have not done anything yet because, I haven't released I am doing some stuff that more of my whimsical stuff, but me, I always have to have some kind of like a date for something. So I'm going to start my officially roll out my 26 for 2026 on the 26th.
Of course.
Well, and the reason why the last couple of years I have been using the Chinese New Year, the Lunar New Year, for it, but it's later this year. And I'm like, I can't be starting that late. So anyway, yeah. And Hermie said, I got my week planned and partial planning for Screamathon. I haven't checked the name yet, so that may change, and did more editing. Very nice. Jen said, I got some more of my journal done and put in a load of laundry. Gold star. Kaylin's here. Just want to say hi. Hi, sweet Kaylin. And Krista said, I did the toilet. and floor of the bathroom, switched, folded, put away laundry, cleaned my kitchen table, mostly journal supplies for a bit, showered, and got ready for the day. Hair and makeup done. Okay.
My 12 was nothing. Like, you got everything done.
Hold the phone, okay, because she was hoping to get the shower in, right?
Yes. No,
And
the bathroom. She was thinking of cleaning the bathroom.
Yes.
Love it.
Look at her.
And
Both
after a
stars.
workout, too.
Yeah,
That's
she did her
awesome.
workout. Yeah, early. I know. She is on the ball. I'm so happy. So happy for you, Krista. And Em said, I'm a picky dishwasher loader. Just ask my kids. And Travis said, oh, I'm so OCD about my dishwasher. And if anyone else loads it when I'm unloading, I'm calling them up bleep bleep in my head the whole time. Alicia said, I ate my breakfast and got coffee. I started the reading journal pages and had to deal with someone calling my phone 3 times thinking I'm spamming their phone. I'm tired of spam calls. Same with me. And I really get a little annoyed at the people who think I'm not smart enough to figure out they're trying to scam me, or the ones that put out the hi, or are we going shopping later today? It's like, really?
Yeah.
I'm not shopping with anybody who's not in my area code, and I don't even know you.
So
I'm like,
annoying.
what do you think? What do you think? You're not engaging me in a conversation. And Krista says, I have never really had a dishwasher. I am the dishwasher. I know how you feel, Krista. I was the dishwasher. I started being a dishwasher in the 4th grade. That was my job at home. We did not have a dishwasher growing up. I had it. And one year I did like protest because my sister was in charge of folding towels. I'm like, how does washing dishes and folding towels equate? That's not even equal. So I was like, I think something needs to change in these labor laws that you have in our house. And so my sister would have to take like a week of dishes, and she hated it the whole time. I'm like, I guess so. I mean, you can fold towels in like 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes. I mean, depending on how fast you are, dishes can take you a long time. I mean, and it's not like at that time you had any kind of like device that you could sit there and really, I mean, I guess I know I entertained myself. I probably sang or something like that. Who knows? But, and then when we moved into our rental house, we did not have a dishwasher. And so I want to say, yeah, Barry was too young, but I think he was able to have it at least a year, because I remember his job became washing the dishes when I thought he was old enough. I'm like, you have now been crowned the dishwasher of the house or whatever. And then when we moved in this house, we had a dishwasher. So I know how it is.
When you were saying that about like how you load the dishwasher, it dawned on me that I don't think I've ever loaded a dishwasher because I've never had a dishwasher.
Oh,
I have
wow.
no idea how
Wild?
dishwasher even works. No idea how it works.
Now, I will tell you, if we have lots of dishes and it's just, I don't like to have dirty dishes in the sink. That's just me. And I will wash any extra dishes we have. I'll put them on the strainer, or if that's piled up, I'll, put out a little towel or something like that, and I'll have it there, and then come back and try to dry those off and put away. But my husband sometimes will be like, leave them. I will wash them in the morning with our breakfast dishes. And I'm like, but that's just me. I think it's because of having to wash them all the time. It was like, I just wanted them to be out of there, but it's funny. So Sock said, trying to decide if I want to bake cookies later, strawberry lemon crinkle or nah.
Yes, is the answer. Yes.
Yeah, that sounds good. And that was Travis's comment to Liz. And oh my word, I want a box from Pango. You should get one. You have books on Pango. So I wonder why you didn't get a box with stickers. And yeah, that's what it is. And how do you know if you get one of those from Pango? So Liz, how you just received it in the mail?
It was little. It's like a tiny box. It's not like it has a bunch of stuff in it. It was just a little box with stickers, and I think it had a card maybe, but there wasn't any like explanation for it. So I didn't know what it was, except I thought maybe it was like just something they're sending out to people.
And Travis is being sassy. It comes in the mail, Alicia. And Alicia says, I haven't gotten anything yet. Well, maybe they're a little delayed. Travis said, also in college, I wrote a paper and forgot to proofread. And instead of the word ejection, I guess my computer autocorrected to ejaculation. Was awkward. Mm-hmm.
I see it all the time.
Yeah, that was like my son, Barry, when he was in college. He had a professor that was a real stickler for every little thing. Like he had his own rules about what you could and could not include. And I used to have to help Barry with his papers and proof them and all this stuff. And one time he could never get anything, he could never get an A. Okay. It's like beyond it. And it would be, he didn't want you to use the word would, WOULD, or that, or, you know, certain little words and phrases. And I'm just like, whatever, dude. I mean, you're like in this, like, you're teaching people who are not going to be writers. I mean, if it works grammatically and they're getting a point across, it should be fine. But I think he was like old as a dinosaur. Well, Barry wrote a paper about something and autocorrect, instead of him putting college, and I didn't catch it, it spelled collage. And he had to write something on there like, really? You're in college and don't know how to spell college or something like that. And I'm like, dude,
that's not good. Yeah, he shouldn't do
that. Just back off, you know? And the one paper he did get an A on, and I said, this says a whole lot about this professor, with some kind of opinion paper on like a controversial topic, and he happened to write it about marijuana and like the pros and cons and like the benefits or whatever. And this was all before medicinal, you know, purposes kind of thing. He got an A on that one. Like, I guess he didn't look at any of your that's, woods, or whatever. All he looked at was that word because we know. I was just so annoyed. I'm like, how can you have your own list of things? You know, that just doesn't work out. Carmen said, hi, ladies and everyone in chat. I know it's the end of the live, but wanted to pop in. Yeah, we heard that you were late. You were up late last night, Carmen. Carmen, I don't know if you saw my message. I messaged you back in Discord. Travis said, I got mine before the new year.
Yeah.
Well, now he's just rubbing it in.
Yeah, he's being sad.
It might be staggering it because there's so many people on Pango now.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. Naomi said, I did some cleaning, some budgeting tasks, and read some for grad school classes. Excellent. I mean, let me go back and just say, as a when I taught writing too, I was very picky about what I wanted for certain kids. Like, I told my students, do not write contractions. Don't use contractions in your formal writing unless it's something to do with dialogue. Like if you're writing a story and you would think a person would speak that way. It just is nicer not to have that. And also, I don't know, Liz, if you experience this as a teacher, using the word going. I am going to eat a hot dog. Why not just eat the hot dog? Why are you going to eat the hot dog? You know, it was just, everything was, I am going to ride my bike. I'm going to eat a hot dog. I'm going to do whatever. And it's like, just like, try to get rid of that going part of it and just do it. You know, I am eating the hot dog or whatever it is, how you're saying it.
Well, it's funny because I see Travis mention citations, and it makes me laugh because I am that professor who is a stickler for citations.
I am too. And I think you should write the appropriate format depending on what kind of paper you're writing, because there are different citation types, depending on if you're writing a history paper as opposed to a literature, paper having to do with literature. Art history has their own like version or whatever. But Barry also had a high school teacher that did not accept his bibliography, and she was in the same English department as the other English teachers that accepted
That's where
it.
it gets complicated.
But she never gave any kind of a model. So it's like,
Oh,
okay,
that's,
so we're
yeah.
following the MLA format that we were supposed to follow or whatever. It's like, how can you take off points? One, you didn't model. Sorry.
Mhm.
You didn't give any kind of, direction. And then you're being picky about it, but it was the correct format for what he was writing his paper for.
Yeah.
So I don't, that bugs me too.
Well, yeah, I
And
mean,
just,
that's the part of teaching is you have to model it.
yeah, I know,
Otherwise,
I
how do
know.
they know, you know?
I know,
Yeah.
especially when you're, how will you expect them to learn properly if you're not going to show them?
Well,
That's
also, I was thinking about a college class I took where we were in groups and like then we were writing something and then we were gonna perform it. And all of the dialogue, it was written like New York 80s. So that's what the dialogue was. And the teacher just destroyed us for not being like proper, but nobody would have spoke that way.
Mm.
right.
And it was almost like it was kind of, it wasn't like a gang story, but it was definitely like more like street language, but that was what it was about. So some kid who grew up on the street is not going to speak with this proper vocabulary. That's just not part of it. But like, no,
Right.
tore us apart for that. And we're
Yeah,
like,
that's a shame because
Performance
to
is
me,
so
you
different
want them to
too.
be authentic in
exactly,
their
especially because
dialogue.
people were going to perform it later on. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one thing I will say whenever I've auditioned for either a play or a TV spot, sometimes the dialogue would trip me up with dialogue is a normal person would not speak in the way that it was written.
right.
And it's like, I understand wanting to be grammatically correct, but at the same time, if you're trying to be authentic in your
Yes.
performance, you have to speak in that way. So yeah, I get that. I really do. So it's nice, like I've worked with a team, like gone to table reads for a playwright in residence at the Columbia Theater. And what's nice about him is he appreciates feedback. And sometimes if there is a line or whatever and it's not being delivered, you could say, I don't think the character would speak that way.
Right.
So it is nice to point that out. And Krista said, all the gold stars, I'll take them. Well, you deserve them. And Swank said, Lunar New Year is the same day as the Mardi Gras this year, February 17th, which is late. I just can't start my year on the 17th. And M says, I have to go, but thank you so much for the motivation. Have a great week, everyone. Same to you, M. Appreciate it. And my favorite thing to do with spam calls is answer, and I make up a radio station answering with, hello, caller number 5. You're on the air with 101.8 The Bull, and they hang up. Travis says, and usually block the number. I do also, but I don't know how you get rid of them permanently. Jeremy said, geez, how many towels did you guys go through a week to make a comparable test? I know, right? That's just the difference between being the oldest child and the youngest child. I'll tell you right there. Can you guess who the oldest was? Travis said, when we moved into our current house, they had a double dishwasher. It was so weird. The bottom and top loaded separately, and it was so small.
Never saw those.
And then Sock said, when my dad's family got a TV in the 50s, he set up an elaborate scheme involving 2 mirrors and a window pane so he could watch TV while doing the dishes. That is amazing. That's dedication. Krista said, I nanny for a family that had 2 dishwashers for their family of 4 kids. I grew up the oldest of 8, and we never had a dishwasher. That is insane. I've never heard of anybody having 2 dishwashers. Jen said, I didn't get one either, but I only sold 3 books. It's interesting. Biggest gripe with college is APA and MLA formatting, because even though there are rules, different professors have different definitions of the rules. Yeah, and that's fair. But my whole thing is, at least when I was in college, they always gave you that information of what the format is, how it was supposed to look, and if you needed any help or guidance with it, they were always available. So I don't know how it is now, but Hermie said, my word was similar word to that, Travis, not an everyday word for doing the thing. I'm not even that shy, but that made me blush when I realized. And Travis said, I can be a professor's nightmare. Y'all know I have no filter. I constantly am questioning and getting my grades changed because they just seem lazy nowadays. I don't know. It could be just the experience you're having with your current professors. Not all of them are that way. I can attest to that. laughing at Hermie. And maybe you get them if you cross a certain threshold of sales or if you've been online for a certain amount. Possibly just popping in before work to hit the like button. Hey, Jamie. And I guess it wouldn't I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world if I hadn't double checked the meaning, as I don't think I have kids watching my videos, but still would have been embarrassing. Yeah, and you never know. There might be a lurker on your channel that would have been like upset about it. So you never know. Lee, it may have to do with following or how many books you've sold.
True.
I'm really not sure. Yes, I'm totally bragging that I have 50 stickers that I'll only use them when I sell a book once a month.
It's okay. I'm a sticker hoarder too, so it's fine.
And Travis said, oh, citations are fine. It's the fact that I'll write something for 2 different professors and do the same format, and they will both have different problems. Also, not typing to offend any professors. Also trying not to. Yeah, don't be dissing Liz. And just the ones I have deal with just bug me sometimes because it seems like they're not paying attention to their own directions. Yeah, and I mean, I will also defend professors and just teachers in general. There are not enough hours in the day for them to have the amount of time they need to be, like just take their time, with being able to look through things and give feedback in a timely manner. I mean, not everybody is willing also to work 24/7. Depending on what's going on in their life. But anybody who teaches writing and has to read it and and at least, well, Liz, you might have some that are not the best writers either. But when I taught junior high writing, there were some days where my eyes were bleeding because I'm just like, really? I mean, you're in 8th grade. You should be able to know that your sentence has to have a predicate. It's not a run-on, so I'd play a game with myself. Sometimes I'd read the ones I knew were going to be a challenge first just to get it out of the way, and then read the ones I knew that were going to be stellar to be like, whoo. And then sometimes I'd do the opposite. It would depend on what kind of mood I was in. But I actually had a student one time that literally took their first paragraph and cut and pasted 3 times. I'm like, did you not think I was going to notice that?
Yeah. I do think it's good you ask questions, though, Travis. I mean, if you have questions, you should ask.
Yeah. And citations are important. I don't understand why some lecturers get fussy about a comma being in the wrong spot, but the information itself is super important for citations, in my opinion. Well, a comma does make a big difference, Hermie, because if I say, what is the one about the grandma? About it was something about I will eat my grandma or something like that. I will eat my grandma on Sunday or with my grandma, something like that. And if you take the comma out, it makes it seem like you're going to eat the grandma instead of eating with the grandma. So that could be a dangerous situation there. And meanwhile, my professors tell us to use a website that's for you.
My heart.
Totally get that. I appreciate teachers and professors, but I'm a chronic college goer. I've had good ones, but I've had professors who were just mean about stuff. And I'm like, this is online school. I need extra help and support sometimes from professors. Yeah. Yep. And let's eat. Oh, yeah. Let's eat. Yeah. I think I read a fantasy book where the author cut and pasted the first third of the book 4 times. Some of the particulars changed, but not enough. That is crazy. I can't even imagine.
I think an editor would catch that.
I know. And I'm not saying I chew the professors, but I think sometimes they also forget that I'm going into debt for this and I really need your help. Only sassy to the mean and caring ones. Yeah, that's fair. You can be sassy to them. I'm sure you're an amazing professor, Liz. Digging myself out of this hole. It's cold down here.
You're in no hole. No way.
That's funny. That is funny. Okay, so what are our intentions for the upcoming week? That is what we need to know. So, Lee, what are you planning on doing this week?
I'm planning on sticking to my gym plan. I'm planning on sticking to my reading plan. And I'm planning on getting out a personal curriculum video for Friday.
Excellent. Okay, Liz, how about you?
Well, I'm planning to watch Lee's personal curriculum video, and I don't honestly know. I go back to work. We start our semester on Tuesday, and I don't know. I think I'm going to look at my bingo boards and try to find like some movies and some books and some activities that will be fun to do after work. And aside from that, probably just physical therapy, and that's it.
Yeah, because you'll probably need to
Like,
decompress after work this week.
yeah, and it's just going to be a lot of
for a while.
yeah, and so I don't want to plan anything too big because I think I'm just going to be busy in a different direction this week.
Mm-hmm. Well, that sounds good. And Sock said this week I got to do my announcement video for my countdown to Valentine's project. Ooh.
That sounds
And
interesting.
then also Sock was saying they didn't literally cut and paste. The story was just that repetitive. Yeah.
Still.
And Hermie said, I mean, in a citation, it's not itself is not a normal sentence. Grammar is there for a reason with sentences, right? But putting a dot instead of a comma between a title and an author name in the references. Okay, gotcha. And my intentions are to try to not stress. My OCD and ADHD has been saying this year already, and the new schedule doesn't help. I have a big school thing happening soon, and it's definitely adding a lot. But you're going to get through it, Travis. You need to take those moments and center yourself, breathe, and do whatever the steps are, one step at a time. Stay present and not think about all the other stuff that's happening. Because in order for you to do it well, you need to do it one item at a time. And I know it's hard, but if you have to, get some fresh air, come back to it, but stressing yourself out is not going to help you. Just speaking from experience. Carissa says, I have been gone for a bit longer than I wanted to, but I want to reach 10,000 steps 5 days this week.
Great.
Very nice. That's a wonderful goal. Wonderful goal. Yeah, my watch, I got up. This is funny. I guess they didn't consider me standing up and doing what I did as standing up, but they were like, my watch went off and said, go take a walk. You've been sitting for too long. I'm like, really? I just was up. Maybe I didn't take enough steps. Jen says, I am planning on getting caught up with the videos I plan to post. I got sidetracked with my cold and had to pause filming when I ran out of supplies.
Makes sense.
Swank says, I have 3 more days of workshops, then I'll catch up on my to-do list. Sounds good. Krista said, I get to go to Back to the Future musical on Thursday. That is amazing. I would love to do that.
Cool.
Number 2 of the 6 shows I bought last July for my birthday. That is so fun. I also would love to send out a few thank you cards this week. Wonderful. And Travis said, I'm really enjoying my Word of the Year dinosaur. Reading and watching dinosaur stuff has been such a stress reliever. I think making a Word of the Year something you love is really helpful. Yes, I agree. I love a Word of the Year, whether it impacts you 100% or, it doesn't. It's just nice to have something to refer to here or there, and then to reflect on if it served you or if it didn't serve you, why didn't it, what was going on. But it's just fun to have like a little theme.
Yeah.
Alicia said, my intentions for the upcoming week is to read the rest of my January TBR and get the January videos uploaded and declutter under my bathroom sink, my nightstand, and work on the library. Yes, because Alicia's doing a big decluttering project this year. Same way with Jen at Literary Love. Alicia said, also, if you guys use Bath and Body Works, they have a new line called Book Loft. Smells fantastic. And Hermie said, my intentions this week to keep up with Move for Mind and catch up with the reels for it, finishing plans for February, and keep enjoying Anti-Brain Rot and Tai Chi.
Oh, I love Tai Chi.
Very nice. My intentions for this week are to do my Body Block 1, week 3, read The Wastelands, at least start book 2. I am not finished book 1, but hoping to get there before Sunday. Sunday was our day to start our next group, but fingers crossed. I need to focus this week on Nevermore. My Edgar Allan Poe readathon kicks off on Monday. That is his birthday. I will have kickoff sprints. I do still have to create that live stream for that, but that'll be Monday. I'll be volunteering at the Friends of the Library store on Thursday, and then Bailey goes to the vet on Saturday for her Pro Heart vaccination that she has to get. So that is what I have planned for the week. I'm sure there's going to be other things that I have not thought about. Also, I need to film and edit a video.
Don't you have a video premiering tomorrow too?
Oh, I do have a video premiering tomorrow for Folklore February. If anybody is planning on participating in Folklore February, that is premiering. Also, Laurie and I are having, tomorrow's just going to be like gangbusters, but Laurie and I are having sprints tomorrow from 1 to 3 to kick off her Mardi Gras readathon. It actually kicked off today. It started today, but I had plans, so I couldn't do it today. But tomorrow, so 1 to 3 Central Time, if anybody's looking for 2-hour sprints just to kick off her readathon. And I do also, later in the week, I will be getting my notes together because Jen at Literary Love and I have a live chat about the Mask of the Red Death on Sunday. So I'm going to be pretty much, I mean, you might see me every day.
I love that.
For something. I don't know. For something's going on. That's for sure. Let's see. Did Travis say? I thought I saw something that Travis said. Oh, thanks for this, ladies. I got all my dishes done that have been put aside and I feel much better. Excellent. And Krista said, you should come visit me here in Virginia, Kat. We have a Poe Museum. I know. That's one of the links that I share. And my husband and I were talking about it because he recently sent me a video about some kind of a bookstore or something that was devoted to that. And then one of my Discord followers, he goes by Goat, he also said that there's a tavern somewhere close to in South Carolina. And so I was like, oh, all these places.
I think in Charleston.
It's like a Poe Tavern or something.
Yeah.
Like that. So I told my husband that I would like for us to go because he just realized that Edgar Allan Poe went to West Point, that he was in the military and all that. And I said, yes. I said, that's true. I said, and then, he was in Virginia. And so I was like, maybe I can convince him that we need to go take a trip, But yeah, that would be a lot of fun. I love Poe. And oh yes, I forgot, Nevermore starts Monday. I know. It's crazy to think. And oh, lovely, I won't be there, Kat, because I'm going to a friend's for movies and dinner, but I'll be there in spirit. Say something unhinged in my honor. Yeah. Yes, I am a busy bee for this little period of time, and then I'm gonna have a breather. Jellicle said, I'm hosting Cats and Cocktails Club next Friday, so I have to make a flyer. I am doing the Red Death cocktail from the Poe Speakeasy. Yes. Cool. And I will post in Discord. Yeah, Barry and I had a really good time with that. Jellicle, did they actually have a part 2 in your area? Because they had a part 2 in New Orleans, and I was not able to go because 1, I was supposed to go to a baby shower that day, but 2, I ended up getting COVID during that time. So I was not able to I wouldn't have been able to do it anyway, which would have been very disappointing. And then I think they're having the second part in Lafayette, but whatever the time period is, I can't go. I think I already have something planned that weekend, but my husband and I enjoyed the first one so much that we were hoping, I'm still have fingers crossed that they're going to come, a little bit closer. There's a Mask of the Red Death adaptation with Vincent Price from the 60s. It's pretty fun. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. I think it's free on YouTube. And Hermie said it was fun to get some planning time in, you lovely humans. We're glad you were able to. I'm planning on watching that adaptation this week sometime, Sock. And to Hermie, I hope you enjoy it. Roger Corman had some fun with that. And Krista said, thanks for the morning momentum. I need to head out to catch the post office before they close. Have a great week, everyone. Thanks, Krista, for being here, and have a wonderful week ahead. And I want to thank you, too, for hanging out and being with me again. I love our team. I love our time together, and I love our community. So I just want to make sure everybody, has a wonderful week ahead. If you are dealing with some obstacles, just take some time for yourself, regroup, and just do one thing at a time. Do whatever in the steps that it needs to be done, and it get done. And I'm a big advocate for going for a walk. It doesn't even have to be a long walk, just something because the best way for you to center yourself and become present is to go out in nature. So even if you don't go for a walk, but you just go outside and you just, are in that environment, it does help for sure. And Eleanor said, excited for all the upcoming readathons. Thanks for Power Hour. Thanks for being here, Eleanor. And the post office. But have a great week, Jen, too. Angelica said, I have not seen any ads for part 2. I didn't even know. We'll be on the lookout for it. Yeah, because Jellica went also when it was out and about. And Hermie said, have a lovely week, all. Same to you. And we will see you next week for episode 4. Thanks, Carmen, for being here. Have a great day, everyone. And enjoy your week, everyone. Same to you, Sock. And until next week, bye.